Hello everyone, welcome back to an episode of Pirates of the Caribbean. So, apologies that the last episode kind of ended abruptly. Something came up unexpectedly and I had to leave. And as opposed to kind of recording afterwards, I just thought it better to end the episode there. So, yeah, last episode we did a couple of side quests. And this episode, we're going to finish the last one. So if you remember, and I'll keep doing that, if you remember, we got a quite, actually, you know what I'm going to do? While I've got the menu up, let's change the name of my ship. It's not as far flying. There we go. Right, so yeah, last episode we started the quest. Strange things going on in the archipelago. So the governor of Dawson has asked me to investigate the affair of the kidnapped children and promised to pay me well if I succeeded. The only thing I know is that a captain of a merchant ship saw a mysterious frigate in the morning sailing away from the island's bay. The captain is in the tavern now and I planned to begin my investigation by talking to him. So I was about to leave the island, so I'm very glad I read that. I think it's one of these two. Oh, there we go. Word has it you saw a strange frigate as you approached the island. Yeah, that's right, a huge black monstrosity, even had black sails. I say it was headed for Greenford unless it changes its course. If you're so interested, go ask them yourself. I have a feeling I wouldn't have to worry about you disturbing my sleep ever again. Okay. So I think we could either go to the pirate fort in the jungle, or we can go to Greenford. I think we'll go straight to Greenford. I think we have to end up there anyway. So it's just really saving time at this point. See if there's a new spyglass for me. No. I know it's probably getting really frustrating me checking the store every time, but you never know. I mean, I got lucky to find the spyglass I've got now, so yeah. I mean, I suppose it's not really important, but it's just for vanity, really. Right, let's head to Greenford. But yeah, I think I mentioned in one of the previous episodes that a lot happens in Greenford, and a lot does happen in Greenford. I don't know why Greenford of all places. I prefer Roxby, but each to their own. Oh, that was close. I think there was a storm brewing. Because I think what happens is, if a storm just materializes on the world map right on top of you, it might just automatically put you straight into sailing mode. So that way you're not unexpectedly trapped in a storm. Because I've noticed that happen a few times in the past.
Hey, Governor. Come and have a wee bit of the old Tom Thumb, eh?
I'd like to know if a black frigate arrived in the port. No, I'm sure that there was no black frigate at the port. I know one fellow there who has seen it before. Baltazar Figueredo. Figueredo? I think it's this guy.
Me lord?
No, not you. Oh, there you are. Well, look who it is. Maybe you'll buy a drink for the best navigator in this foul archipelago, or at least not the worst. I wonder if your ship has ever run across a black frigate. I'm happy to answer questions until the seasons change, so long as I've got a mug of rum before me. The black frigate, yes, I saw it as clearly as I see you now. If our holds hadn't been emptied, I doubt I'd be here to speak with you. Fortunately for my comrades and I, the frigate's holds must have been full, and we were able to slip away. Strange name as I recall, not one I'd heard before, Mephisto. So did the black frigate give chase, and where did it go? It became clear it couldn't run your vessel down. Somewhere to the south it seems, but only Cubradus Costilus lies in that direction. I want to try
No pray, no pay. Right,
and see if I can get an officer. But everyone seems to just be gamblers. That's fine. Yes, we're gonna get a cube Radis now. I'll probably like mispronouncing half of these island names. I know for a fact I'm mispronouncing Falaise de Fleur, but I'm probably Consacao, but you never know. It's a shame that we can't fast travel from the port here, but I don't know why they made that a thing. But hey ho. What do I know about game designing? Absolutely nothing. Right, I think we go to the tavern now. Any officers? No. Oh, so this is one of the diplomats. Like I said in one of the episodes, I can't remember which one. But if you run afoul of one of the main European powers, you can come to the diplomat and pay to have your relations restored.
Hello, Captain.
Those crazy fellows, yes, they've been here, but I'd leave them alone if I were you. One rascal here quarrelled with them and they cut him down without batting an eyelash. I can't help you there, the sailed off and I have no idea where. Okay, so I don't think anyone can actually help us. I mean, you can try and talk to people, but I don't think anyone actually has anything to say.
Why don't you just keep walking?
So yeah, this is where a lot of people would lose the trail. And this is oddly enough where we've got to go and speak to the priest in Redmond. I don't know how they discovered this. They probably just did it purely by chance. But this is why we had to do the priest quest before in the last episode. Because if you don't do that one first, the priest will be like, well, you know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, sort of thing. But thankfully we've already scratched his back, so now he can come and scratch mine. Because I got a bit of an itch. It's a shame there isn't a pirate fort that we could conquer, but Storm. I could just see it for me. Years of playing this game has made me realise when a storm's brewing. Like you could see a little flash. There's like a little lightning flash, and that's usually when one's about to form. Right, officer. Nope.
Come, sir. I have everything you
Anyone
need.
upstairs? Ooh, an officer.
Drink up, laddie.
What can I help you with?
Oh, I just thought. I've got like no. I barely got any money.
Welcome, good sir. What can I help
Anyway,
you with?
oh, we don't need to come here, do we? Jesus Christ, let me get out. Where are we? This one. So I'm gonna take him off the passenger list. Because I'll need him for... Because eventually, we have to sink the Mephisto. And I want to try and capture it and sell it. Because that'll get me a fair bit of pocket money.
The path of piracy leads only to damnation, my son.
Welcome, good sir. What can I help you with? Welcome, good sir.
Oh, here we go.
What can I help
Business
you
is urgent and more complex than it may sound. Perhaps you'll be kind enough to give me the details. Some children were abducted from the Dutch colony. I know something of that, although all I've heard is that the children were loaded onto the black frigate Mephisto, and then she vanished into an unknown direction. I didn't know about that, but I think your news might explain some things. But let's get to our business. I want you to deliver a message to Isla Moel and hand it to a man named Padre Domingos. He's a ranking priest of the church in Spain. He'll give you further directions if necessary. What makes it so complex? The last man who agreed to carry my message was found dead today on the threshold of his home. All he was able to say with his last breath was something about men in red cassocks armed with daggers. It would seem that someone is willing to kill to short this
Come, sir. I have
Let's try that again. It would seem that someone is willing to kill to be sure that this letter isn't delivered. So someone may try to kill me as well. I'm afraid that's true. I'll understand if you refuse. Right, here's the letter. Remember, you must give it to Padre Dominguez and only to him. You'll find him on Isla Moel. So what I'm probably going to start doing is I'm probably going to cut out some of the travelling time, especially if we're going to go halfway across the archipelago. So I'm just thinking, like, you don't have to watch me sail every time. Because nothing really happens on the world map. At least nothing of note. If there's ever going to be like a battle, it's usually like off the coast of off the coast of a colony, like, you know, off the coast of Ox Bay or the French one or the Spanish one. You know what I mean? It's like, it's never like smack bang in the middle of the ocean. Oh. Not so fast, Senor. You don't think you can avoid us, do you? Then make it quick, I'm in a hurry. We're carrying a certain letter, we need to read it. Don't worry, we've got a copy of the stamp it's sealed with. I promise the client won't notice. Do us this favour and we'll pay you 1,000 gold. I mean, 1,000 gold isn't really a lot in the grand scheme of things. There we go. So I think now we can go... Yeah, I think now we go to the church.
Hola, niño.
I was asked to deliver this letter to you. It's just that as I thought you've done well, but let me ask you a couple of questions. Have you had any troubles on your journey? Well, Father Bernard asked me to land at a secluded bay to escape trouble, but they were waiting for me there. Speak plainly, God's house, my son. You're suggesting that... I'm suggesting nothing. I don't want to accuse anyone. I just thought you should be aware of this. At the bay, 3 men in red robes were waiting for me, and they were very interested in the letter. So interested, in fact, that I was forced to kill them. There's more. When I searched the bodies of my attackers, I found a strange medallion on the neck of each one. I have another mission for you if you're interested, and the reward should be much more generous this time. A ship will be arriving from Europe soon, carrying some people who are vital to our cause. I have every reason to believe that the ship will be attacked, so your task is to meet near Ox Bay and escort it to our port. It's a bark called Montanez under the command of Magildo Hurtado, a Spanish officer. Yeah, so this is another objective where you can fail. So when you get to... well, spoiler alert. When you get to Ox Bay, there will be a pirate ship attacking the ship you're to meet. If the ship you're meant to be escorting sinks, you won't fail the mission, you won't fail the quest, but you'll just fail that one objective. But hopefully, seeing as we're a battleship, that won't matter. I think in all the years I've played this game, I've only ever failed this this bit once, so it's not like overly difficult. I am worried about the money situation though, because yeah, that is getting a bit of a worry now. I mean, I don't even know how much money I've got left. Let me check actually. Yeah, I got like 4 grand. If my crew want to get paid again, they're not going to get paid. Yeah, so here's the enemy ships. I think they're both... oh, one's a level 3. I'm sure last time I did this, there was only one. Yeah, if I could just board them. Oh yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those red hooded men. That's quite funny actually. I won't do it for this one. I'll do it for the level 3 ship though. If I can get there. So I'm trying to get a good... I'm trying to get like a good angle on it, but I'm really not having much luck. I don't want to damage it too much. But I might have to actually. Yeah, I might just sink it. Although we're not doing a lot of damage. Come on, just give me a good angle. I mean, it's almost sunk now anyway. But I don't want it to sink the level 6. You watch, I board it now. No, it's sunk anyway. Unless I'm mistaken, you're the captain we've been warned about. Why did you decide to drop anchor here? I have orders to escort you to Island Morale. I had to put a passenger ashore. I've got orders too, you say. I wasn't told anything about that, but fair enough, it's your business, not mine. We each have our duties and we don't need to discuss them. So can we depart now? I'd like to get you and your ship to safety as soon as possible. Especially considering the fact that my crew's like 1 month away from probably mutinying. I am dreading that because we probably won't have enough to pay them. I'm just trying to think how much more of this quest there is. I've got to think we might have to come back to Redmond though. I hope not. Oh, my reputation's decreased. Why? Oh, you don't think it's because of the loan? Oh, I think it might be. So, who do I go to now then? Wait, what? Why is it saying that I've lost the bark? What? Hang on. I didn't lose it. I just escorted it into the port. The hell? Oh, this game's drunk.
Have you come for my forgiveness?
Yeah, I've carried out your assignment. The ship you asked me to escort is docked at port. When I finally met the bark, it had been attacked by 2 pirate ships bent on sinking it at any cost. The ship's captain set down some passenger at Oxbow. That was the point of the whole venture. The arrival of this man in the archipelago is very important to the church. I believe you'll meet him someday. Now allow me to give you a reward and propose a new mission. Just take this letter to Father Bernardo Redmond and make sure no one sees it but him. Right, how much money have we got? That might be enough to cover another month's wages. I'm just thinking, is it worth going to Consacao than just farming some money? Might not be a bad idea actually, we're like right next to it.
Captain, could you spare a moment?
I think we'll be okay actually. Yeah,
Welcome.
I think we'll be okay.
What can I help you?
Because that's the only thing I'm really worried about at this point, is just making sure that my crew get paid. But if I go to Consacao, yeah, I'm gonna go to Consacao. I've made up my mind because I need to repair my ship anyway. So I'll go to Consacao. I'll get a bit of money, and then I'll resume the recording when we're back in Redmond. Alrighty, we made it back to Redmond. I also installed some better cannons, well hopefully better cannons on my ship. So instead of the 12 pounders, we've got 24 pounders now. So hopefully that'll do a bit more damage. Although I'm pretty sure my my crew's gunnery skills are a bit, well, shit, but what can I do at these times?
Peace be with you, my son.
I need to talk. Actually, what I might do.
Come, sir. I have everything
Oh yeah,
you need.
I was going to increase my reputation, but it's fine. I was wondering if Padre Dominguez had managed to send it. What do you mean? Of course, you probably don't know yet. The man who gave you this letter was kidnapped.
Welcome, good sir.
I'm afraid my
What can I
worst
help
fears
you
have
with?
come to pass. Several years ago, an animist lair was destroyed in Italy. Unfortunately, the head of that order managed to escape and he settled here in the archipelago. Now, judging by the disappearances of children and a ranking
What can I
priest,
help
he's
you
active again and intends to conduct a certain ancient ritual. We must stop him. I
Welcome,
need you
good
to
sir.
serve as the
What
swift
can I
sword of
help you
God,
with?
acting out his vengeance. But I understand that you're a man of business, so I offer you 15,000 gold pieces for your services to the church.
Come, look around. We have it all.
Do not
Die,
stray
pathetic
too far
worms, you
from
won't
the
defeat us
flock,
this
my
time. The
son.
Prince of Darkness will triumph. Of course it's the priest.
The path of piracy leads only to
Yeah, let's just give him some money while we can. Right. Who would have thought that Father Gareth would serve the Prince of Darkness? Who could have thought? But now I know who is to blame for my recent troubles. It was he who reported all my movements to the monks. But first we must find the lair of these devils. I think it would be wise for you to travel to Isle Moir and ask some questions there.
Si, senor.
I've heard a lot about you, and in fact your help was greatly appreciated. So this was the passenger that was dropped off at Greenford. You were a great help to us then. If not for you, I suppose I'd be in some fish's stomach now. And unless I'm mistaken, you're the mysterious passenger that landed in Greenford's port. My name is Jacqueline Damas. I'm a Maltese knight. A few years ago I took part in destroying a court in Italy. And if you don't mind, I'd like to join forces with you. Believe me, I won't be useless. Alright. Let me...
Peace be with you,
Yeah, let me just get my... There we go. Dashing will do, I think. I'm sure it will go down again by the time we're done. But I think this is the only other time where I need a relatively high reputation, because I think for the most part it's just side quests where you really need it. I've not noticed I needed it for like main quests. At least I don't think. I genuinely can't remember. So I'll cut ahead until we reach Isle Moir. I think we have to go to the tavern. Actually, I probably need to put him on my... There we go. That might help.
Caramba!
I'd like to talk business. What are they saying about the kidnapping of the local priest? Whole colony's talking about it. Imagine barging into a church in broad daylight and kidnapping the padre, and the Disney people before anyone could do anything. From what I've heard, from what I hear, they were just usual cutthroats, but it's funny you should mention red robes. Not so long ago, a man showed up here in a red robe. I think he might be connected to the abduction of the priest. You want to help with that, don't you? Alright, 3 weeks ago, this man shows up dressed in a red robe. He was very courteous, especially by today's standards. Never said an ill word to anyone. Citizens here weren't too sure about him. He didn't do anything wrong, he just spent a lot of time talking with the local youngsters, and that wasn't so bad, but once they seemed less interested in getting into trouble. And then something happened. Now all of the young lads are preparing to leave town on some campaign with him. The smith's son has left home already. The smith went to speak with our man of mystery, but soon ran out of the man's house as if 1,000 devils were after him. The very night the smith got horribly drunk and ended up drowned. What was he thinking walking by the pier at night when he could hardly walk at all? And you know something? His son didn't seem to care. Smith's son, he'll be wandering around town somewhere. He's at a loose end. He's at loose end since the roadman disappeared. Giordano. What a name. I'm trying to remember who he is. I think that might be him. Oh, there he
Hola,
is.
Captain. So good to see
Have you
you.
brought news from the teacher? He said he'd send his men. Yes, he sent me, but don't notice to the whole town. I knew it was you. I'll go tell the others. When do we set sail? Don't you know? I bet you don't know where we're going, do you? It's better this way. Loose lips sink ships, as they say. And where is the teacher himself? We can't depart without him. He went to Oxbow for a couple of days. Now I think of it though, he should have been back yesterday. Alright. I think now we go to Greenford. Yeah, this quest is... Yeah, we've got to go to Greenford. So this quest is... It is frustrating. Because it is a lot of back and forth. Especially between like Redmond, Greenford, Redmond, Isle Moir to Redmond, Isle Moir to fucking Greenford. It's like so much aggro. Right, so we're gonna go to the jail. I think this is the first time we've been to the jail, and it won't be the last. Trust me, it won't be the last. I would love to say it's the last time, but it won't be.
There'll be
Oh.
no argy-bargy on my watch.
Wait, do we... Oh, maybe we have to talk to the tavern keeper first. Yeah, I've got a feeling we've got to talk to the tavern. I'm probably jumping ahead of a step here. Because I know he's in jail, but maybe we just don't know who's in jail yet.
Hey, Governor. Come and have a wee
Oh, yeah.
bit of the old
I
Tom
need
Thumb,
information
eh?
about a certain man. He's always wearing a red robe and calls himself the teacher.
Lay down your sword.
Got arrested a few days. He was inciting people to rebel. Don't know why we couldn't have just gone to the jail in the first place, but I suppose it makes sense. It's a good thing I'm not speedrunning this game. I don't think I've really seen anyone speedrun this game.
There'll be no argy-bargy on
You
my
must have
watch.
heard about the child kidnappings and other strange things going on throughout the archipelago. Well, I believe your prisoner can help me get to the bottom of it. My son is getting married soon and I'd like to have him a proper wedding, so if you want to talk to the prisoner, it will cost you $5 grand. Yeah, alright. I don't know if there is another solution. But for the purposes of this, we're not even going to entertain that notion. Tell me where your hideout is and I'll let you die a quick death. What's death to me? It will release me to take my seat beside my master. Okay, so you're not afraid of death. How does life in this cell suit you? Perhaps the cell is too comfortable for you. Perhaps you prefer something more damp and dark. Perhaps we could flood the floor with cold water so you won't be able to rest. Stop, I'll tell you everything. What do you need? Okay. He's dead. Yeah, this episode might be a bit longer than the norm. I do apologise for that. But like I said, I really just want to get through this one mission.
There'll be no
I want to get through this quest. I don't think they seem too fussed about the fact that their prisoner just died in captivity. But... So the place we're going to go to is, if you remember, where we were ambushed by those 3 robed men on the beach. I think that's where we're going to go. But it has been a while. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was somewhere else instead. if it was somewhere else in Tyler. Right, I think it might be that one. Yeah, let's try this one. Actually, I'm gonna save here because this is actually quite a tough fight. Because there is a load of them. Yeah. Oh shit! It's these doofuses. Run! Run away! I didn't realise they'd spawn there. Yeah, as you can see, there's quite a load of them. But the real difficult fight is against the leader, because he is quite tough, and rightly so. It doesn't matter if... Oh wow, okay. I was about to say it doesn't matter if he dies, but I was kind of hoping he'd last a bit longer than that. I don't think there's anything of worth to loot here. Although I will... put something to accuracy. Increase. That will do shit damage. But I do like this. I do like this hideout. It is quite interesting because I think this is the only time you get to see something like this. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here to loot. Yeah, it's a shame that what's his name died, but Jacqueline. But it's a risk. It's a risk they all understand when they enter my service. Like there is a chance you will die, and that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. But yeah, here comes the frigate that we've got to try and board. I want to try and board it, and capture it without doing much damage to it. There we go. This is a good angle. Really? I couldn't board it? Oh, don't tell me I've got to reload. Oh, I thought for certain I'd board it then. Oh, I just saw the thing pop up then. Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll reload. Right, if I don't get it this time, I know it's rigged. I know you can board it because I have done it before. But I think it's like a unique design of frigate as well. There we go. Make sure we loot everything. Oh, never mind. I keep doing that. I'm glad to see that my crew is definitely surviving a bit more. There we go. Take the goods, sign the captain. And there we go. So, I think now... Actually, let me... what is that? Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. But I think if we go to the governor... if we go to the governor on Dowson, he will give us... he will give us the reward. And then I think if we go to the priest on Redmond, he'll give us that 15 grand. He should do anyway. If he's a man of his word. Which we'll find out in a minute.
Captain,
The mission is a success and the missing children have been returned to their parents. I don't know if we got anything from that. I don't think we did. But then we tell the women.
Yeah, good captain. May I have a word?
There we go. And then, oh, actually, let us sell the Mephisto.
Captain, does your ship need
I'm going to repair
repairs?
mine. And then sell that. 116 grand. That is pretty good. I am happy about that. But I'll keep that passenger. For when we do get like other ships that we can capture. Because I'm sure there'll be plenty of others. But yeah, I do apologise that this episode is a bit longer than normal. I wasn't expecting it to take this long. I mean, hopefully it will be around 30 minutes with all the editing. But I've got like a timer going, and looking at the timer, it's like almost 50 minutes. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, 50 minutes to do one quest. But considering that a lot of that was travelling and having to run to the churches, which you think would have their own fast travel point. But I know there's a mod, New Horizons, or is it Far Horizons? I think it's New Horizons, and it's like, they add so much to it. So what I'm thinking of doing is, when we finish this, I'm thinking of doing a playthrough of that as well. But there's like so many different storylines, I'm going to have to decide which one I want to do. Because I know there's one similar to this.
Peace be with you, my son.
There's more. My men and I have destroyed the sect. You did it, our Lord, to perform a service to celebrate its wonderful feat. So, did we get the 15 grand? I think we did. But, that is it. That is all of the... that should be. Okay, my quest journal is bugged out, apparently. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's done. Right, so that is going to be it for this episode. So that's all the side that's all the side quests done. So now it is quite literally just the main quest, which is going to take a bit of time, but it'll be worth it. Definitely a good few episodes. So thank you so much everyone for watching. As always, the support has been tremendous. I'm enjoying this series, and I really hope you are too. I know that the long play did really well, and I'm hoping that this series does really well as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Look after yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you next time.